It's 10 o'clock. And now, from TV8, where news is #1, Kevin Cooney, Kathy Saltero, Connie McBurney with weather, and Pete Taylor sports. This is TV8 News, live at 10.
Good evening. Members of the embattled Des Moines Human Rights Commission tonight have sharp words for a task force report recommending major changes for the commission.
Rights commissioners call the task force members novices. They say their conclusions are not based on adequate research, and the council-appointed task force is trying to fix something that isn't broken. TV8's Todd Magel has been working on the story and joins us now with more. Todd?
Well, Kevin, this council response comes in the form of a letter today to the Des Moines City Council. The 14-page document responds to a 2-week-old Citizens Task Force report, a report that recommends significant changes for the Human Rights Commission. Commission members are disappointed with the task force report, saying the 11-member body made numerous conclusions without proper facts. For example, the task force observed the Human Rights Commission has been marred by dissension, and members should resign. Rights members disagree and ask should the city council resign when there is a polarity of opinion among those individuals. The task force recommends changing and speeding up the way the Rights Commission handles its enforcement of rights violations. The commissioners say the recommended changes would violate state law, and even if they could change, the Human Rights Department doesn't have the budget to pay for changes. Commission members do have several ideas of their own to suggest to the city council. The Rights Commission is asking for a staff increase so rights complaints can be processed more quickly. Members also want another independent professional body to study the Human Rights Department and recommend other solutions. So the question now is, how will the council respond to these latest charges and requests? And council members are planning to meet over the next few weeks to determine the future of the Human Rights Commission, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens. It's getting very complicated.
Okay, have you been able to get any response tonight?
We talked to Carlos Jane, who is the vice chairman of the Human Rights Commission. He is hoping that the city council will take these recommendations made in the report seriously and to consider them before they make any final decision on what to do with the Human Rights Commission. Connie Cook of the city council says she's seen this, hasn't had a chance to study it yet, so we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Okay, and so it goes, as they say.
Exactly.
Thank you, Todd.
Some Northside Des Moines residents living near a city creek and sewer line are angry with the Des Moines Firestone plant today following an industrial waste spill. A pressurized sewer line owned by Firestone ruptured today, and a thick ooze of oil and grease spilled into the Waffley Creek. Area residents say the line was burst 6 or 7 times before in the past 10 years. Firestone officials say the line has burst before, but they're not sure how many times. They add they don't plan to replace the line in the near future. The State Department of Natural Resources says Firestone must follow a set of state-mandated cleanup measures.
Hopefully we'll get some good dilution from the melting of the snow and things in the creek, and hopefully we'll be able to skim off a lot of petroleum that was floating on the surface. And really, I don't have an idea of the cost.
Firestone patched the leak late this afternoon and says it plans to clean